Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday. It's July 24th. It's Friday in the 16th week in Ordinary Time, but today is also the optional memorial of, hopefully I'm going to say this name right, Saint Sharbel Makhluf. That's the way I've always kind of pronounced it. I'll talk a little bit more about him, but since it's Friday, remind everybody it's a day of penance, so all the Fridays throughout the year, except for solemnities, are days of penance. So we'll offer up our penances today for whatever our intentions might be, but it might be good to continue to offer any kind of penance for this pandemic as we continue to seem to be kind of mired in it. It doesn't seem to be, we don't seem to be making very much progress, but we're all being asked in the state of Ohio to wear masks. For us in Toledo, it's not much of a change. The city had an ordinance. Our county, Lucas County, went into the red advisory level, level 3. So masks were something that we have been mandated to wear in public for a week or so now. So again, I'll just kind of go over our weekend schedule, but just a reminder too that we do ask everyone to wear a mask in church. Of course, there are, young children and people with certain medical conditions obviously are not required. So there are exemptions to that. And so if you feel, that you can come and you're not able to wear a mask, that's okay. But we do ask those who are able to wear one. It's a sign of care and concern for our brothers and sisters. It's always good to remember, masks are not really for the person wearing them's protection, but it helps us to stop the spread among people if we happen to be carrying it. Because, as we know, there are people who would be positive for the coronavirus who don't show any symptoms or may not even know that they are carrying it or could be contagious with it. So it's an inconvenience. I know it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's something that it's a pretty simple step that we can take to look out for all of our brothers and sisters in Christ. So this weekend we are following our normal schedule. There are confessions on Saturday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3 o'clock, going until 4:15 here at St. John the Baptist. And then we have Mass at 4:30 this evening, or on Saturday evening. And then the Sunday schedule, there's confessions at 8 a.m. to 8:30 at St. Michael's. I've just been sitting in the back of the church recently to do that so that we can try and maintain some social distancing. We're still trying to work on the best location maybe to offer confessions at St. Michael's, but those are available starting at 8 a.m. Until 8:30, and then we have Mass at 8:45, and then Mass at 10:30 on Sunday morning here at St. John the Baptist. So that's our schedule that we've been maintaining. This weekend, too, we will say farewell to the seminarian who's been staying here at the rectory for the past couple months, Eric Kaufman. It's been great having him here. Also had Travis Colley staying here. He was helping out at Rosary Cathedral. He left earlier this week, just a couple days ago. So I have to prepare for a much quieter house. Not that these guys were loud or anything like that, but it'll be just me by myself much more often than it has been recently. So he'll be leaving Monday afternoon. So as I mentioned, today we do have the celebration of Saint Sharbel Makhluf. He's an Eastern Rite, a Marianite monk, a hermit, who died right around the year, I think it's 1898, so just before the turn of the 20th century. So relatively recently, but he was raised in a small village in Lebanon, which is that area of the world. You'll find more Eastern Rite Catholics many times than Latin Rite Catholics. We here in the United States that predominantly were Latin Rite Catholic, but there are a few Eastern Rites around us too. Out on Navarre, there's St. Michael's Byzantine Church. That's a Catholic church in union with the Pope in Rome. It's just not Latin Rite. They have their own discipline. They have their own liturgical and devotional life. So there's also too a Ukrainian Catholic church over in Rossford. So we have a small number in our area, but in that section of the world, that's one of the areas where there tends to be the population can be more Eastern Rite Catholic than Latin Rite Catholic. But like I said, we're all Catholic, we're all under the Pope, we're all part of the one Holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. But like I said, he grew up in Lebanon, became a monk, and then for the last 23 years of his life, he spent as a hermit. We probably don't think about that too much, but there still are hermits, kind of like official hermits, not just people. We all maybe feel like a little bit like hermits during this pandemic, but there are people who dedicate their lives to living in solitude and life of prayer, and simplicity, in poverty, a very simple, poor life spent in prayer. They said his main devotion was the celebration Mass. The Eastern Rites usually refer to it as the Divine Liturgy. And so he was, he had those temptations for a comfortable life or for riches, and he forgo all that. He did not fall victim to that at all. Like I said, the last 23 years of his life, he lived as a hermit. I think one of the descriptions, or a couple of the descriptions, had the same kind of phraseology where they spoke about him being a great example of poverty, self-sacrifice, and prayer. And so those are wonderful attributes to have. That poverty, especially poverty of spirit, not a connection to the things of this world, self-sacrifice, doing things for others, thinking of others before we think of ourselves, and prayer, being in communication with God. So Saint Sharbel can be a great intercessor for us and a great example for us. So we'll ask for his intercession this day. So that's a little bit about him. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. I know today is the weather is supposed to be very nice, and then maybe a little hotter on the weekend. But summer in Northwest Ohio, this is pretty much what it is. But today sounds like it's going to be a pretty nice summer day. So hopefully we all get a chance to enjoy the summertime, and especially if we have a nice summer day today. So hopefully everyone stays healthy and safe, and we'll continue to pray and look out for one another. And I pray that God may bless you this day. Have a great day, everyone.